Welcome back, SportsEvolutionRadio.com. We are back. It's playoff week. We just finished stuffing our face with Hooter Girls, chicken wings. Nick had
stuffing our face with Hooter Girls and wings. Actually, the wings is what we were stuffing our face with, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let's talk some football.
Let's.
Exciting week that we just had. Let's see, we had Pro Bowl nominations. We had a big, giant win against the Packers. Packers. I was just talking Packers. Against the Cowboys. Beat Dallas, and we did. We clinched the NFC East for the first time in 13 years. Since 99, right?
99.
99 was the last time we were NFC East champs. So, big deal. Huge deal. Got a sweet new hat to wear.
That he won't wear, people.
No, I just didn't wear it this evening.
Oh.
And he got all butthurt. I think it's because he wanted to put it on. Let's be honest.
Yes.
It's official. We are in the playoffs after a 7-game win streak, so lots to talk about. What do you want to start with?
Let's go ahead and, I know last week when we were doing the show, we were talking about the guys, you know, like Robert Griffin III, Alfred Morris.
We're talking about awards.
Pro Bowls,
yeah,
even.
Who should get what awards?
And while we were doing the show, we even found out that Lorenzo. So with that in mind, let's kind of visit that real quick, because the final outcome was Lorenzo Alexander, special teams, made it to the Pro Bowl. Robert Griffin III, the only rookie, first year, made it to the Pro Bowl. And
quarterback.
Yes. And who else? Trent Williams made it to the Pro Bowl. As alternates, we have Alfred Morris, our running back, and London Fletcher, linebacker. Pretty awesome. 5 guys, 3 making it, 2 alternates, but that's a really solid number from a team.
No, that's huge.
What do you think as a teammate?
I think London and Alfred both should have been in. Not as alternates, but you know, that's just my opinion. I see the guys every day. You know, I may be a little biased there, but I think they both had unbelievable years. And I think maybe if the voting was this week instead of last week, after Alfred's 200-yard, 3-touchdown performance against Dallas, it might be a little different. But, you know, what can you do? Extremely excited for Zoe. I mean, I'm super happy for all of them. I think it's one of those things where finally, you know, they get some recognition from not only the fans, but coaches around the league and other players around the league who vote as well. And you know, it's definitely, you know, personally satisfying, because you know everybody has personal goals. You want to make the Pro Bowl, but you know, we all have a team goal above all else, and that's to win the Super Bowl. So hopefully none of them get to play in it, but you know, we're all just excited that they were nominated to begin with. I think it's huge for Trent, although he's not a starter technically. We're going to play against Russell Okung, who's actually going to be the starter in the game. But you know, it just says a lot about how he's grown up and how his character and everything and how he's matured over the past 3 seasons, becoming a veteran leader of this team, not only by example, but you know, of his play on the field, but also by just his actions off the field and everything. He's become such more of a well-rounded player and person in general. So I'm really proud of Trent. And then Robert. I mean, what can you say about the kid? Really, he's just done everything right. You know, he continues to do everything right. Everything he says, everything he does, inside, outside of football. He's just one of those guys that's always got his head in the right direction. That's something I praise him for all the time. I tell him all the time he's got great parents. You know, he's lucky to have such great role models in his life, because they've done such a great job raising him, and they really have. I mean, the kid is phenomenal. And I think he was a well-deserved Pro Bowl vote.
Absolutely. I just think it's so exciting. I mean, just like you're saying, everything that you said and some, but man, it's just so wonderful. I mean, I guess that it really is a testament, Nick, of a team that maybe not solid and a really good team to send that many in terms of numbers to the Pro Bowl. I mean, that speaks, I think, right there is a huge difference from many years. It's been seasons since we've had 5, whether it's 3 or 2 alternate, whatever. It's just pretty exciting that these guys are being rewarded individually as well.
Yeah.
A team, they're being rewarded, but it's just really cool, especially like you were saying, a guy like Lorenzo Alexander, who I know here in the Washington, D.C. area, every year He's he's flirting with making it to the Pro Bowl, and it's just so exciting to see this guy make it there this season, especially since not only is he a special team standout, which is why he's going to the Pro Bowl, but the guy is just killing it at the linebacker position as well, playing defense. I mean, if you guys can imagine how much this guy is out on the field, and not only is he out on the field, he can be out on the field and just do okay, but he's out there killing guys every single play on both sides. It's just pretty awesome.
No, it's phenomenal. I mean, Lorenzo has done such a great job, I guess, since the change to the inside linebacker position and morphing his body. And yeah, I think he's dropped 20 pounds since last year, a little more. I mean, the guy's got abs now. It's crazy. When he first got here, he was like a 315-pound D lineman, and now he's playing an inside backer, running around at 245 with a six-pack. You're like, how do you do that? I mean, the guy's been extremely committed, doing Pilates and yoga and a ton of workouts and running and things like that, and it shows on the field, not only in special teams but on defense as well. So I'm, it's just really excited for him, just the transformation that he's made as well.
So congratulations again to everyone, to those players that hopefully, you never know what's going to happen with these alternates, but it's pretty exciting. But hey, hopefully these, I don't know, maybe I won't say it, but maybe none of the Redskins make it to the Pro Bowl. I just want to put that out there, and that would be an amazing thing. Just want to throw that out there.
Right, just want to throw that out there.
It would be cool for no one to go to Hawaii this year.
Right.
Bigger reason. So really, really cool. Congratulations again. So Sports Evolution Radio, by the way, guys, follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter.
Sports Evo Radio and SportsEvolutionRadio.com. If you click on the Watch Our Shows video, I actually posted a really cool one of Nick, actually. After the win against the Dallas Cowboys, he went on with 106.7 The Fan, LeVar and Dukes. Bill Rowland was filling in. Victory Monday, and it was a really, really, really cool interview. So I put it up on our site, so you guys please check that out. Give it a listen because it's really exciting after the fact, one day after the win. I love hearing those kinds of interviews.
Yeah, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Nick Stenberg. Follow Darwin on Twitter at Darwin Sports. And give us a like on Facebook. All you gotta do is search for Sports Evolution Radio, click like. It's pretty easy.
So let's get on to it, huh? And that is Dallas Cowboys. They came into town on Sunday. If you guys were sleeping Sunday night, I was actually in Maine, the state of Maine. God knows how far away from Washington, D.C. But let me just tell you, Nick, being in Maine and being Patriots town, that's exactly what it is. It's Pat's town,
oh, yeah, 100%.
Maine. And it was really cool being around people that would ask me, because they know what I do, they know how I am. How's your team? Good. Oh, yeah. I'm like, no, they're really good. And I was like, we've gone undefeated since the bye week, and it was really cool because on the other side I'd be like, hey man, I know. I'd be like, what do you mean you know? I know all the numbers.
Yeah.
I was like, do you? They're like, yeah, man, we're following it. We're really excited. They're like, we would love to see you guys against us in the Super Bowl. So it's family, yes. Maybe they put a little more effort because it was family, but it was really cool seeing guys I've not talked to in months, knowing the 7 wins in a row, knowing the stats that these Washington Redskins are up to and what these guys are up to, all the way across the country in Patriots town. It was really, really cool experience.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
So
how was it watching on TV?
Man, it was pretty amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't even get to watch it on HD TV, so I was really
poor you.
I was not in my element. Oh man,
watch it on HD.
I was not in my element, but it was pretty phenomenal. How was it for you being there? Because I really I tried to get a gauge of what the sound was like, how loud that place was.
I don't think you could on TV. I heard some people saying that they couldn't really get a gauge for it, like the Junkies were talking about it on 106.7.
So how was it?
It was awesome. It was electrifying, I think. And looking up into the stands, I mean, you didn't see very much blue. I mean, it was all burgundy and gold. And I think it was one of those games where nobody sold their tickets. Everybody wanted to go. All the season ticket holders went. And I think it was really hard for Dallas fans to try and get tickets. And Redskin Nation did a phenomenal job of showing up and being extremely loud when they needed to be.
Was that one of the loudest that you heard FedEx Field or up there?
Yeah, it was up there. I think I would say it was in top 3 easily. But just when we needed them to get loud, when Tony's driving, we need fans to get loud, put a little pressure on their offense. They took it to heart. And I mean, you could see everyone standing up, screaming. I mean, it was awesome. It was really, really awesome.
That's really, really cool. Again, I really I try to gauge that, especially, I love hearing what you just said, looking up and not seeing so much blue.
Yeah.
Because I've been at Dallas Cowboys games before, and it has not been fun.
Well, in past years, it doesn't matter what game it is, there's still a ton of fans. There have been fans, quite a bit of fans from other teams. Whoever we're playing, it doesn't necessarily have to be Dallas. I think just the excitement of possibly making it to the playoffs if we win that game and things like that, kind of got everybody back into I guess, cheering form. Everybody wanted to go to this game, which was awesome. We needed it, and everybody showed up and did their job.
So going into the game, kind of diving in a little bit, the final score was 28-18. But it was a completely different game than the first time these two teams met.
Very different.
And that game, I want to say, the Cowboys game was your return, was it?
No, it was Philly.
What was Philly? So that was your second game back. How was it, just starting off there, knowing the first matchup? What was it that these guys it felt like a lot more studying was put into this?
Well, I mean, anytime you play a team a second time, you learn something from the first time you played them. So, it's always I can't say it's easier to play a team a second time, but you definitely learn so much from the first time you played them. You get to go back and watch film on, how we get to go back and watch film on how they reacted to certain situations, how they played, different scenarios with Robert or zone read or however, different coverages, how they react to things like that. So, and they get to do the same thing against us. So I think it's one of those things where we know that we're getting their best shot because if they beat us, they're in. And they know they're getting our best shot because we beat them, we're in. And it's just kind of comes down to who's going to execute better because we each know what the other one's going to do. We've already played each other. We play each other twice a year. We've seen all their games, things like that. So, it's nothing crazy happened that we weren't ready for.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Just kind of going into the numbers a little bit.
Alfred, beast.
Alfred Morris, 33. He got the ball 33 times, 200 yards. I thought it was 203.
No, he also had two catches for 12 yards.
Okay. And 3 touchdowns. You're ridiculous with numbers. Alfred Morris, this guy has been amazing all year long. 6th round choice, as you mentioned. It was we talked about it. It would be your rookie of the year.
Oh yeah, 100%. Still agree.
3 touchdowns. Robert, I don't know. You tell me. Robert it seemed like his knee bothered him a little bit. But you know what? It didn't matter, really, because this guy, I guess that's what these two are for. Because when one goes, the other guy's there, and vice versa. And Alfred really stepped up that game.
Well, I think it was one of those things where Robert kind of knew that, he didn't need to be as exciting as he has been in past because Alfred was toting the rock so hard and so well. I think if we were down by 2 scores when, he took off on the zone read, running out to the left, he would have tried to make something happen instead of going down after he got the first down, things like that. But because we did have a lead, we were just trying to run the ball, run the clock out, things like that. I don't think, he was being more cautious and careful like we want him to be. I think he played extremely smart. I think had the scenario been a little different, he would have reacted different. But it wasn't, so, it worked out. Not spectacular numbers from him throwing the ball, but we honestly didn't throw the ball that many times. He was 50% passing, 9 of 18 for 100 yards. But he ran the ball 6 times, 63 yards. He averaged 10.5 yards carry and a touchdown. Anytime any guy, running back, anybody gets 6 carries and has 63 yards, that's an awesome day. That's Absolutely. An awesome day. 63 yards and a touchdown on 6 carries. That's a phenomenal day. So I'm not taking anything away from the way he ran the ball or anything like that. I think he was more careful than he may have been in the past, but that's what that's what we want from him. That's kind of what happens when you're young and you grow in this game.
This team just. Let's go to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, you've been a Washington Redskins for a few seasons now, and you've seen Tony Romo. You've seen a lot of this gentleman. What do you think, Nick? There's so many on the fan side. I don't know if you listen to radio, a lot, but, everyone's been knocking this guy. There's pictures out there, even today when Ray Lewis came out and said that, he's retiring. I saw a picture out there, whatever they're called, something about Uh,